Hey guys, it's Toy Hunter Tony here with episode 2 of Behind the Hunt. This week's episode is going to feature episode 225. I had to think about that for a second. We're going to do a top 10 video tonight. We came in and did some prep work. I'm going to go over with you what actually goes in behind it. I'll share that with you. And then I would like to talk about, we had a trip. We went down for my son's football game to Jackson, Mississippi, and I got to visit some local comic book stores, and it was really cool. So I'll touch base with that for a little bit. And then, I don't know, maybe I can get Nick to come over here and sit down and talk with me, but he's doing his due diligence on a future episode. We process books. I think he's bagging and boarding right now. I don't have any. Here. That's good. There you go. Sorry, I'm leaving the camera. You're messing me up, son. We should have gotten prepped and ready to go. But anyways, welcome back. We wanted to share with you behind the scenes stuff. So we're going to talk about that real quick. If you're on Facebook and you go Instagram, you see local comic book stores, you'll see an ad. We came across one. It was called Lostboy Comics, and I wanted to show it to you. So this is a pretty cool logo. They're out of Hickory, North Carolina, and I have gone through Hickory to visit my parents on a couple occasions, and I've stopped there to try to find a store. And they didn't have a physical store. They literally just was online. But they have just recently opened up a gallery where you can go in and look at their cool stuff. And they do have physical address. So you have to look them up. I highly recommend it. Everything came packaged. They had some really good CGC stuff, which I'll show you here in a moment. And then this little box right here was a bonus. So that is called a mystery box, right? They sent 10 comic books in it. What did I do? I put this in episode, what was this? On the Hunt. So if you were to go back and check our episode On the Hunt, you'll see the unboxing. I think my mom and my niece, hey guys, were there helping me with that video because Nikki wasn't here. I know, I'm not holding against you. Yeah, I gotta stop. I'm squeaking. I'm ready. You ready to go? I'm gonna do this. All right, leave me alone. So, anyways, I placed an order with Lostboy. They had some variants and it had some CGC graded. So what they'll do is they'll pre-screen. They'll send 100 books in of a variant, and they'll send it to CGC, and then they'll grade it. And anything that's below 9.8, they won't get it graded. And if they're variant covers, that way they can guarantee 9.8s, right? And then the other stuff that comes back, if they do get, Nick, do they do that? Yeah, they sometimes, whatever, well, they'll send 100 books in, and then they'll come back. They'll put them in their stores. Various stores do that. I'm getting distracted again. I've got too much on my brain. But I really liked the books. So I got what got caught my eye was a Rose Besh. What is that? What If Dark Spider-Gwen. Love that cover, and it was graded, and I wanted to get it. And you'll see these books sometimes appear through their actual website, and then also you'll see them pop up on eBay. And you want to get them early when they're cheap. You want to pre-order them cheap because then they go up, then they'll disappear, and then the asking price will go up. So as a collector, I bought these because I enjoy them, and then also because we could have a return on them. So I'll give you an example. So like this book right here, this is Amazing Spider-Man 31, Legacy 925, cover D by JTC. Yep, John Tyler Christopher. It's a negative variant. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. We're prepping it. So that's the next book. So what I just called out to you was this book. And I'll just go ahead. So we always do that. So we'll put this information on the book before. So when you flip it over, I'm showing this to you and I'm reading you on the background. that's part of the fun of this, right? Nick and I have been doing like one take Sally's or Willie's, whatever you want to call it. We try to do it in one take. And then my editor over here, you didn't edit episode 224. You said you can't just say you uploaded the wrong one. We had like nine takes to get that video going, and normally Nick would clean it up and make it look smooth, make me look good. But every once in a while he just, I think he does it on purpose. But that's okay. So our books are flipped over with the information of what we're showing you, so I can read it down here and show you the book. That's trade secret, right? It took me forever, and it fries my brain, because then we keep track on a cheat sheet and all the data information on this, and we get going. So we'll do a poll through there, but I'm getting distracted. So that's a really gorgeous book, and that is, where did this one go? I lost this one, Nick. Damn. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm doing it now. So we have we have little sticky notes, and we put them on. Where did it go? That's not good. Well, normally if we're on we're doing the top 10, I will stop, I will melt down, and I will try to find it, or we try to battle through it. But honestly, I don't know what happened to the last sticker. Normally it'd be right here. Let's see, is it down here? No, that's not it. This is weird. How can I? Oh, there it is, right there. So, I always blame Nick. I'll look off camera and I'll blame Nicky. I'll give him a dirty eye. But like I wasn't prepared for the back of this to stick to that. So that first book was Venom. It was cover 27. Holy crap, 27. There's no alphabet over there. It's out of the alphabet. And I'm not going to go Omega or Alpha. Nicky said to do the alpha sign, but I have never seen anybody do an alpha sign for a cover variant. So that's cover variant 27 by Ivan Tao. That was a gorgeous book. And I think that was, I got to find out where I put it. That was a Black Saber Comics exclusive. So evidently you can buy stuff wholesale, and then you can get it graded, or you can get it graded by those stores. So there we go. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm lost. I don't have my computer set up over here with Nicky. He's like, you're going to lose your concentration, and you're going to go off the deep end, and you're going to freeze. That may happen. You can tell we're behind the scenes, because normally I'm looking at my computer. Nicky gives me my information. We don't even have that booted up yet. But it's nice in here. Was it like 76 degrees? It's nice and cool. We don't have the air conditioner on, so you don't have to worry about screaming and yelling. And Nicky's not sweating and dying over there. I don't have the fans on. We're ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll take the books. We did an unboxing video, and then we'll just take, what we do is we take the old bags and boards, say like out of the Walmart packs or out of books that we've purchased. I take the not modern, but new bags and boards. I always get Silver Age. So if a book is in a new comics bag, I'll switch it out. I don't know if I am OCDC or ACDC, Nicky likes to call it. I've thrown all that headbanging from the 80s. But I need to keep all my bags and boards, consistent. Plus, if it's not taped correctly or tape's damaged, I'll switch them out. So then we'll put them in a new book. And then we do take our graded stuff, and we do buy those sleeves, and we put them in a new bag and board. That's that Rose Besh cover I was talking about. But you can check her out on Instagram. I love her work. She's been doing a lot of covers here recently for DC, but I always pick up her work, so I really enjoy it. Then what is it, Nick? Oh, we're talking about this. So this is a mystery box, and it has some variants in it, and we're gonna do those variants, and we've got them separated. And if you did not know, we go from least to most expensive in our our videos. So our top 10 will be the cheapest, and then as we get down to number 1 and the bonus, that's our most expensive. Sometimes our Nick's Pick or Tony's Target books, they don't necessarily have to have value. It's something that we brought to your attention. But when we're doing these types of videos, we let the volume go through, and then say if Nick liked one or if I liked one, we'll put it in a feature column in our video, our top 10 video. I think that's it, right, Nick? Yeah, no, I already talked about that. But so we take time. We have been putting pricing, sticker pricing on top, and then also down in the corners you can see it on camera. But then I'll put cover B by Cavanis or by JTC, or you know what I mean? So you know who this art is. That's cool. But these are my claim sales, right? So we'll buy these books, we'll prep them, we'll price them, and then some of the pricing will go like we'll use eBay. We use My Comic Shop, which is a online store. I buy stuff from them. Honestly, I've been doing that for a very long time. They were Lone Star Comics back in the day. That was my very first order, was mail order was through them. And if you go check out their website, you can see the pricing. They'll have variants. A lot of the stuff that they don't have, they'll just say out of stock, and they don't give you any information. But that's where we get a lot of our detailed information about books, storyline, appearances. We follow that. We also follow, my goodness, Key Collector. We've used Key Collector, and they just had a huge update to where you can toggle, and they will show you the cover of all the books, not just the key stuff. And as they get more data entry, they'll update pricing and stuff. Nikki doesn't like it because they go 1, 2, or 3 for these comic books, and then somebody will look up a book and say, hey, Key Collector says it's 1, 2, or 3. They don't have sales data on it. Those are placeholder pricing for comic books. Not all comic books are $1, $3, and $5, 1, 2, 3. So that's just FYI. If you get in there and want to know what the hell's going on. I'm getting distracted, Nick. You're right. I'm actually, I should have had my cheat sheet. But for Lostboy, we spent, we put an order in. There are some other graded books that we're waiting for the publication to be shipped out and for the grading process for them to get them back. So I'll have a second unboxing from them, and we'll do an on the hunt video for that. But it's taken us 2 or 3 weeks from receiving it, doing an on the hunt video, to processing it like today to get pricing. And that's what we were talking about. Sorry. There's a lot of stores get out. A lot of people say, okay, if your stuff's not priced, I don't want to buy from you. Well, that's a shitty attitude to have. A lot of stores are overwhelmed with back issues. They may have bought a collection, they may not have processed it, and they're trying to pull stuff. And if you don't have it, it takes a lot of man hours to look up pricing, put stickers on everything, and you try to process it as best you can. I know out of these 70, 80 boxes, I've got maybe 4 or 5 boxes that the books have pricing stickers on them because that we've taken them to shows. But since we haven't been doing shows, and we've been doing our obviously through not eBay, but YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, we keep our stuff separate. So as we do these books, my pricing's current, but I have a disclaimer in all my videos when we do these claim sales that we'll check if the video's been on the channel for longer than 48 hours. Then what we do is we just look up, we drop the low, we drop the high, we get the median price, right? Make the fair market value of a book. But we see a lot of sales data from local stores, online stores, eBay, and we adjust the pricing. We're not here to say this is a $200 comic book and it stays a $200 comic book. The market goes up, the market goes down. Now, if I spent $200 on that, then I might have a hard time discounting it. But what we have learned when you're in this business, it's like an average goods sale, right? Average cost of goods. So you could buy $100 worth of books. Some go up and down, some tank, but the average of the books that you bought will carry your profit. And unless all 10 books that you bought just tank. There's a lot of books that dropped from 2021. If you look at Key Collector, if you look on eBay, a lot of these big books people were just spending money on because they couldn't get them anywhere. Because of COVID and all this stuff, everything was just closed. So people were just went online to buy this stuff, and they may have paid a premium at the time, but the market brings the values down, or correction, you want to say, and you just got to pick and choose what you want. It's like if I bought this because I like this, right? I like her artwork. So if it doesn't sell at this price point, I'm not upset about it. Somebody could say, hey, Tony, I'll give you $30 for it. I was like, well, good luck with that. Some places will discount stuff that doesn't sell, but a lot of times they'll say make an offer. But if by the time you paid for the book, shipping, handling, processing, and then you put it up, and then like at this price point, I'm only going to clear $3 or $4. If I have this a long time, or if I have multiple copies, you know how it goes. You're a dealer, right? You go to the show, you say, what's the best you can do? Well, on Friday, they've got their premium prices. Come Sunday, then they're starting to wholesale some stuff. Not everything, but a lot of times our best deals are on Sunday afternoon as we're closing up, getting ready to go to the next show. Am I good, Nick? Have I talked enough? Look at the clock. I'm looking at the clock. I can see how much time I've been here. I wanted to talk about this episode. And the first one, when I shot the first episode of our podcast, Behind the Hunt, I was like all nervous, and I did it all by myself. And you weren't here. You didn't show up till later. But now you're here, so I thought having you here would relax me. But you're making me nervous. You're making me stressed out because I can hear the comments you're making in the background. But before we get out of here, I did enjoy going down to Jackson, Mississippi, and I found oh my goodness, it hurt me. Look at this. I've got stuff. This stuff is actually, we'll process this here and we'll have a video. That was from Legion comic book store, and they're in Birmingham, Alabama. We were driving home, and Marion said there's about 4 stores there, and we picked one close to our route, and we met Paul. Hey, Paul, how are you doing? And that store was awesome, but his main store is all set up, so you go right to what you're looking for, and the front of his store was his gaming area. He has all the contents of his second store, and they forced him out. He had 9 days to get out of there. They terminated his lease. So he's got a second store worth of stuff in here. I'll have a video of the store, also the books that I got, and I'll do it on hunt video, and then it'll be a couple days, we process it, and then we'll do a top 10 video with it. But that was cool. So whenever we're on a trip, that's what I want to talk about, Nick. Whenever we're on a trip to go to a football game or a wrestling match, we try to find something on the way or while we're there. As long as I'm not spending all our money, Marion, or all our time in the bookstores, it's equal. It's equal. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I will say things that are true. Equal. But anyways, so then I was able to find Philip at Offbeat, and he's in downtown Jackson, and he's got a beautiful record store, and he's got new comics. Those bins that you also will see him on a future On the Hunt episode, but his back issues are recent variant covers, because he'll do his new books, and he's got a good selection of new books. but he doesn't have a big collection. Philip, you got to get a big collection. You got to get some. You got to get some back issues, right? I know you don't have room. He did have one long box of some independent stuff, but there's a huge selection of records because that's his passion. He is a DJ. As we were talking to you through here and in the third person. But I know Jermaine said I had to stop in your store, and I'm glad I did. Jermaine's gentleman here with Acme Comics. But it was really cool seeing Philip and talking to Philip, and I've got his books. I've got his books in here, which we'll process, and I was able to find some really cool variants that I've missed. And then last but not least, there is a third comic book store. This is from Vans Comics. They're also there. They're actually north of Jackson. The town is called Ridgeland. And Travis. Hey, Travis, how are you doing? And I went in there that night, and it was a gaming night. And that place was packed. There's so many people in there. And I bought some books. And then on the way out in the morning to the football game Saturday, I did notice that my exterior video was just terrible. I didn't look at my phone, but the video was terrible. So I was disappointed about the video. I just went into a store, bought some books. So I went Saturday morning to do my On the Hunt video. So you get to see the outside, you get to see the inside, you get to see you'll get to see what we got there. And what brought this up was, since we do pricing and they've got so much stuff, both Paul and Travis, they looked up on the fly. And then you got to be aware of what things are worth. And like Paul was just doing a lot of stuff at cover price, and when he got to Money Book, he would say, this is going for that, I'll sell it to you for this, are you cool like that? And then that was a good experience. And then at Vans, did the same thing, looked it up, these are the pricing that the books are going for, and we'll give you 20% off. Awesome. Got some really cool stuff. So I will show you those three stores will be featured in the On the Hunt. I'll process them, and I'll get you a top 10 from each of those books. And then tonight we've got to get this one. We're going to we're going to shoot this one as soon as I get off with you guys. And then we'll air that either tonight or tomorrow. But what was the other thing, Nick? Oh, yeah. So you'll see us, and we'll present these books. A lot of this stuff I'll have 2 or 3 copies of. I don't keep track of that through the videos. I'll just show it to you. But I'll buy 3, 4 of certain things. It's just the way I am. I invest, I speculate, but I enjoy a lot of books, and I want to be able to buy, sell, trade. So there's a lot of stuff that you'll see on our videos that I've already, and it's not that I promised them, because if I've sold it, I've got multiple copies. So you can see my videos, or you can contact me through Instagram, or through Facebook, or through Messenger, or through YouTube down in the comments. Any of these books that you find in any of my older videos to my current videos, they are all up for grabs. And I'll treat you right. If all you got to do is follow our subscribe, follow us, and you'll automatically get a 10% off all content that you see in our videos. Is that it, Nick? It's not a sales pitch. I'm just telling them just how we're doing it. No, I'm okay. Yeah. Nick is a quiet SOB. He's working hard. Well, you know what? Thanks for coming back for my second episode here. I'll get more relaxed just talking to you. And it's a video, so I got to interact with you guys the best I can. I did want to show with you the top 10. I think on my next one, it'll probably be one of those stores that we go through and look at. And I'll talk to you my experiences. But it was all positive this weekend. All right, I'm out of here. Guys, be safe on the hunt. Don't spend so much. And tune in next time on Behind the Hunt. Thanks, guys. See you soon.